Hello everyone, welcome to this hands-on workshop. So basically here, today's topic is creating an IAM role. And basically what we will do is, here we will create a role and we will try to give access permission and within the same account. So basically you will get a good experience on this real time. So let me share my screen. So basically, let's focus on this. I hope my screen is visible and let me log into the AWS console. So basically what step we will do is we will first of all we will choose one region which will be our default region which is East Virginia, and let's check whether we are able to view this details properly. Okay, I am getting that. I have logged in with my account, and now what we will do, we'll search for IAM. So here this is the IAM role, and here the first thing we will do is we will go to the role section, and in role section what we will do is we will create a role. So basically to create a role and apply a policy, what we will do, we will click on the create role button. Then there will be an custom trust policy. Okay, so here is the page where we need to define what type of trust entity we want to use it. So basically we will keep AWS service only for now. And next, what we will do here, we will choose some uh, so basically what let's do is we will create a custom trust policy. It will give you a complete idea. Basically, if I choose any of this option, it will be just a selective option. So better to understand this, how this trust policy is written in an enterprise level. What we can do is we can just try to see. So basically, this is the structure, a default structure where version is there, statement list of array is there, where we used to add the SID effect, it's allow or denied, for which principal, basically the account, and the action, what type of action we need to provide. So basically what we will do, where we need a change. So currently I have a template ready with me. What I need to do is I just need to update my AWS account ID. So basically this is my AWS account ID where my user is present, and what I will do is I will go and click on next. I hope this page will appear. So here I need to add a permission. So let's give a administrator access. For now, it's a hands-on workshop experience. So what I'm doing is I'm giving the full access for now. But in future, if you wanted to give, you can specify properly. So for let's say create a dev administrator test. Okay, it's just for test purpose. It can You can specify for what type of description you want it to have. Then review the role. Basically, it's saying like you are providing this account user, cloud user allowing, and this is the STS role you are providing. Now, after verifying this, what you need to do? You need to just create a role. That's the first activity you need to do. Once that is done, you can now, after creating the IAM role, basically the role is created now. We need to assume it's tested everything out. So now, if you don't ready to have your new role open from the previous view role step, find your new this administrative IAM role and in that IAM role list. So we have written that right. So here you can see this the role is present. And under the summary section, okay, in the summary section, find a copy of the link switching this um, role. So basically, this is to switch the account. Okay, so let me do one thing. Uh, Open a new tab and navigate to the URL you just copied and then fill all the details whatever you have with you. Then it will display the name and then switch in the account. That will be easier. So let me do one thing. I am trying to log create open that account in the new tab. So here you can view these details. Right. So here is the switch role thing. The role is there, display name is there. You want to color or something. This is the new add-on thing they have provided. So let's switch the role. Okay. Now you can see in the left right hand side that this account through which we have logged in. And if you wanted to switch to the actual user, I can switch it from here. This is the option we are getting. So it's a good option AWS has provided that we can switch it and we can have multiple IDs and maintain the session. That's the good thing we have got. Now let's move forward and create and deploy a cloud formation template of IAM role. This is something which is very interesting and be with me to know how we do this. So now that our IAM role is verified to be working, let's codify the final version of cloud formation template. So basically what you need to do in the new tab, just go for cloud formation, which create and manages the resources with the template. Once that is open, under the stack, find create stack option, right? Select new resource, the standard from the drop down. Okay. Choose build from the application composer under the prerequisite prepare template. Okay. We will choose built from infrastructure composer. After that, click on the button create. So basically we are creating an application composer. So what it does is we will define our application composer template basically, and that's something uh, we will try to add. So let's see what we get. Okay, we are getting this. It's very, very interesting thing because I have not done this activity till now. It's for me a first time I'm creating this. Uh, Now, what we can do is we can explore the things. There are a lot of options are there. It's a very good thing that API gateway, we can create DB, RTS external databases, 3 bucket, SQS, SNS, and lot of many services which AWS is providing. We can design our composer file, and that's something which is very interesting. Okay, so I hope it is visible. Outline. We can close it. Okay, so what we do is let's it's a template file, YML file. So these template I already have with me now. So what I can do is I can copy it and paste over here, and you can see what I have done. I will take a pause. You can read it once. It's a YML thing. Otherwise, there is a JSON field which will be easy to understand. This is a template format version. This is a description. What we are doing is creating a template to create an IAM role with administrator access. This is the practice we used to do. Let's say here I am providing dev administrator, not a test one. Now we are creating the actual user, right? What we are doing here, we have done this, right? And after uh, pasting this thing on the console, there is a create template option. So before this, let me showcase what it's look like, right? Here we can say in our projects, we can create whatever you want to identify, like some key values or some tag you wanted to specify to understand what type of thing you are creating. For example, we are showcasing one thing, but in industry, there will be a lot of rules, and it's very much essential to create such a template which is understood by the peers and make you really uh, good, and you follow the good practice also. I hope this will give you some idea. Let me not create a group. Just you can create a group also. Lot of group wise partition you can do. For now, let's keep as it is. Let me showcase again this file. Here everything is mentioned. And after doing this, it will create the template. So let's create that. Okay. So here you can see there is a pop-up to continue this cloud formation. Basically, what it is doing, like it's asking the permission to transfer this template to a bucket, S3 bucket, basically. And here is the template. Our default name is coming. You can rename it if you need it. But the thing, what I have done, I have created this in EU North. This is something which mistake I have done. Okay. The thing is, I have chose a wrong region in the test account. Basically, I already told in the start of this video, like I have to use US East one, where I am role is. Basically, we do this type of mistake, but we can follow this practice to load or create whatever services are there in one region only. For now, it is okay. We can create it. But do remember when you try to destroy all those services which are running, it's better to be in one region. Otherwise, if you delete it from any other, if you have services are running in East 1 and some services are running, let's say, at South 1, you need to traverse every region and delete all those resources to intact your billing, basically. So that's something it's better to follow a generic rule for you, and that's something which will help you to follow. Let me do one thing. Let's not do this mess. Let's move to uh, East one. Let's do a practice, best practice. Okay, it's not an issue. We can do that. We have not created. So now I've shifted to US East one region. In the template, I have just copied that one so I can paste it. So these are the formatting. Okay, we need to specify the date, this dates. Otherwise, this service template will not be created. And it's a good practice. You should know how this is written and everything. Because in AWS examination also you will face such type of questions. How template is, whether this template you are creating will be allowed. Something like if you miss this part principle, it will be allowed to all or the specific, that type of question. And this managed policy, which also will define. So now let's create a template. Let's see, here we are getting each one. So basically we don't need too much care of that, but it's a good practice. Let's create it. So now it's creating it. So once we have done this, we will see the stack name. So now you can see AWS S3 URL is created. This is the file name and the template we have created. Just for sake, just let's check, are we able to access it now? Because this is within the AWS VPC, so the service is running, we have not done anything. So what we will do, we will click on next. So now what we will do is we will create an stack name, administrator access role. And do remember one thing, whenever you write a name or anything, follow this naming convention properly. It will make a proper name as per the need. And here are the lot of things. After clicking on the next, we are seeing optionally provided tags or the templates if desired. And then if not, we can create, go for the next. Let's keep everything the default one because everything is already set in a right way. If you want to customize it or something, you can still go for that. Full backgrounds, vintage makeup. There is a capability something. Uh, I'm not sure why it is asked basically for because this template contain some resources. Check that you want to create each of those resources and minimum required permission. So basically, this is something uh, we are customly creating through Cloud Form this IAM rule policy. So here is something AWS basic principle is that whenever you create any account in AWS IAM role, provide at least privileges to that user or account so that there is no accidental hamper or consumption of the services. So to avoid that, this is done. So I need to acknowledge that. Yeah, it's a good thing. And after clicking on the next, we can see that now we are in the final page. We can see the template, whatever we have created, it's in S3, and this is the stack name. The rest of the thing we have created. I'm really sorry for the network glitch I'm getting today. Now what I'm doing is submitting this. Now, whatever template you will create, a new IAM role will be created for future. So create is in progress. That's a good thing. I hope it's very clear and visible. So let's wait for a few minutes. I hope it's completed for few things. Administrator role. So this is something which automatic getting created. Status is also updated. Here with the logical ID name we have created in our template. Let's go to the IAM. Now it's going to a particular IAM role which we have created. And if you go to trust relationship, you can see all the default things are already provided. And now we have created initially under that is test. Now we have this. We can log into that. Let's check that. Now let's go for green to just check whether we are able to get it. Uh, Something is happening. Mhm. So let me write a different name just to make things happen. Okay, so something is not happening right now. Okay, no problem. All. Hmm. There is something a problem on this switching. Basically, I need to go to the root user, then I can do that. For now, it's not happening. So let me switch back to the actual user. I hope if you have any doubt or anything I need to make or share something, you can feel free to comment. But for now, let me just try to see if I am the role which we have created. Those two roles are available. Okay, so let's check whether we have this. Okay, we have this tool for a test. We just add login. This is also trusted, and let's open it, copy it, and after copying the switch role into the console, let's just click on this. Meanwhile, let me check whether what is showing. It's showing in a red. I wanted to have another with the green. Okay, now it's working. Maybe some browser session issue, but it is happening. So here you can see a lot of things you can create. And if you wanted to switch, we can just click and switch it. You can see now it is green, it will be becoming red, which was the initial dev administrator test account. It's asking why it's asking because I'm using the private window. That's why it's happening. But anyway, everything was perfect. We had a good thing that we computed one hands-on. Basically, we have created a IAM role manually, and second, using the cloud formation template, we are creating a IAM role. So there is two options we can prefer it. I hope you like the session hands-on, and you can subscribe it if you want to get the notification whenever there is a new hands-on experience provided. So, okay then, see you for the next time. Let's catch up next and learn something new. I'm not well versed, uh, well versed about the things, but I have a knowledge, basic, good exposure about this knowledge. I don't do this video stuff, but I thought of sharing it. What industries do prefer a solution. So I wanted to share this with the outside world. I hope you liked it, and